Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are live and back up and running. And look, those of you who are sitting in here and waited for me to come back and try and fix the problems, thank you so much. And um, Bryce Terang hit the ball, which has been a rarity this postseason. The only problem is we have 2 outs. So hopefully Contreras can keep this train going and get a base hit here, or foul off on check swing. Either one is fine. Everybody who is here, please send this to all your friends. I'm going to be, posting this back on the socials too, saying here it is, attempt number 2, because YouTube screwed me over. You see, guys, I'm all the stuff we're talking about. Clearly, I angered Rob Manfred. Yeah, I must have really pissed off Rob Manfred. He felt the need to come and shut down my stream for pointing out how nobody besides him wants to see Ohtani in the World Series again this year, because we're sick and tired of the Dodgers every year. Here it is. Contreras right to Mookie Betts' glove. That's going to end the inning. I'm getting sick and tired of watching the Dodgers every year, man. I don't this is, if they lose, this is going to hurt more than usual, because I believe more than I have in years past with the Brewers, and which means we're getting set up for a recipe for disaster, because whenever we believe in a team, we know what happens. And this is going to be your typical, told you the Dodgers were the better team. We just, and the media going to be hyping it up because, well, it's what they're paid to do, but no one's going to care. Nobody. Nobody wants to see the Dodgers again. Nobody wants to see this bullshit again. If the Dodgers go to the World Series again, I'll watch it because I love baseball. But it's going to be an insult to baseball fans just watching the same team there every single year. Back in the 20s and 30s and all that, when the Brewers and over half the league didn't exist, yeah. It's Xbox or PlayStation? I'm gonna say Xbox because that's where more of my college buddies and some of my coworkers and my teammates from the summer, the college stage teammates I played on my team were this summer. As we play the Xbox because it's cheaper and more universal. Everyone's celebrating. We're back. You're right. We're back. Until Rob Manfred shuts down my stream again I'm not just sitting here going, Shohei, 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 and making fun of how Ohtani literally ruined a guy's life because he got caught with a gambling addiction and didn't want to admit it. Let's see, Harris. Would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow? That is an interesting question. So are we talking as in the knee of a human body? A dog knee? Just a knee in general? A tree growing, I would never really see much difference because that thing will, if we're talking about a human knee, I have 2 of them and I watched both of them grow up to become to supporting a guy who's 6'4" and a $198. So Freddie Peralta is coming back out here in the 4th with 54 pitches. Hopefully we get another quick inning on him. That one's high, but strike 1. These umpires really love the high stinky cheese. So we'll see where this goes. Peralta, well, that one's way up high. You wouldn't even be tomahawk chopping it at that point if you tried hitting that damn thing. You'd just be a fool. Yesterday I fell and hurt my leg. Went to the doctor, said I'm gonna. Well, that's gonna hurt. Just my words of advice is don't look at the medical bill. Whatever you do not look at the medical bill. This is a 2-1 count. Freddie Peralta, Muncy, Andrew Vaughn climbs the ladder and comes down with that ball. If he doesn't get it like that, that would have been hugging the line and fell for us. That probably would have been a screaming double up the line. That was a very acrobatic catch by a guy who is not built like an acrobat, if you know what I mean. So that'll take care of. Here comes Teoscar Hernandez. That one's inside for strike one. He got the Dodgers on the board with that moonshot of a dinger in his last at bat here. Peralta lowing away for ball one. So 1-1 count. This is the one thing that concerns me with Freddie is he very rarely goes deep in the games, and he's still inconsistent all these years after all these years in the pros. I don't know what a knee gear is either, and no, I don't know anyone with it. But again, if you had to go to the doctor, I highly recommend do not look at your medical bill unless you want to die. Well, look at it so you know how much you got to put pen to paper for. But the medical bill is going to be probably more pain than your leg was. And Yamamoto is reading a book in the dugout. That's how confident he is with this game right now. He's already just sitting there reading a book. Barbecue. That's my favorite kind of chips. Peralta's delivery. High inside. He did not go on the check swing. Salt and vinegar is not a bad way to go either. Not a bad way to go. This is gonna get interesting again, isn't it? And that's gonna be a ground ball. Eric to Durbin at third, and the relay is in time. That'll be a 5-3 in the books for those of you keeping track. So Peralta's problem is, well, he is on this is he's really inconsistent. I know a few people named Vin, but I don't know of Vin as a flavored chip. That is a powerful swing and miss by Tommy Edman here. This is a 0-1 count now. Edman hits one. That's deep. That's way back. That's going to be trouble, and that's a ground rule double. Yep, the Dodgers figured out Edman. The Dodgers have figured out Peralta again. Just like in 2018, they figured him out. So when are the Brewers can Milwaukee please pull their head out of their ass and start hitting the ball, please? So they got a runner in scoring position. That one's high and not even near the zone. If Peralta can just throw some strikes, though he is more of a fly ball hitter, which is not friendly for a stadium like Miller Park. That one's way inside, not even near the zone. It is a 2-0 count. And can we stop panning in on Ohtani every time he gets up? Like, for God's sake. Grounds that one right back into the backstop. to make it a 2-1 count. All right. Yeah, those aren't bad pitch. Those aren't bad. Yep, Peralta's delivering his 70th pitch of the game here in the fourth. That is now a 22 count. For the love of God, no wonder I muted this. TNT Sports is like, they are very much just showing their big city bias here because every chance they get is just showing the Dodgers. Statistics for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The inning comes to a close. Wouldn't have minded if Freddie could have got out of that a little quicker. He'll probably see at least a 5th inning, which is better than what we got yesterday out of our opener. But that's because Ashby's is a bullpen guy. I really, really hope they can win at least one game here, because they get swept, or it's gonna suck. But yeah, that's. Looks like in the comment section we're still on this chip debate thing. We already figured it out. When it comes to watching a tree grow or knees grow, a tree you will waste your entire life and not see any difference. And you have 2 knees that you watch grow as you grow. You just don't realize it because you're a kid. We're trying to figure out what knee gears are, which, sweet mother of God, that'll be something. So yeah, we'll see where this all goes. I find it really hard to believe their bats won't go will go down completely silent, but I also won't be surprised just because it is the Milwaukee Brewers. And baseball works in some really, really stupidly sad ways. Why would I need to know what the word for king is in Ethiopian? Do I look like I'm traveling to Ethiopia anytime soon? Does it look like I'm going to Ethiopia? I do not have the answer for you, but this very beautiful thing called Google Translate probably does. Okay, Yelich. Hit the ball, please. We really need to drive up Yamamoto's pitch count because he's only thrown 34 pitches here, and we're in the fourth. That one's low and away. It's a 1-1 count. I cannot translate it while watching baseball and doing this with you guys. Yelich. I am Christian Yelich, and when it comes by the time October hits, I forget how to hit a fucking baseball because I am Christian Yelich. Here it comes. Yeah, swing and a miss for strike 3. He's swinging at pitches that aren't even in the zone. That was nowhere near the zone. You're swinging at pitches by your ankles, dude. You're supposed to be a professional. Also, why is Yelich in the cleanup spot? I'm pretty sure the entirety of the Brewers' offense is shit in the bed once the leaves turned orange right now. Andrew Vaughn, deep fly ball, but it's dead center with plenty of room. Just about any other part of the ballpark and that might have left. Now, it looks like Murphy's making some changes to his lineup card, which means he's probably going to the pen. But I haven't seen anyone in the pen warming up. Here comes the pitch to Frelick. The day we get an NLCS without the Dodgers again is going to be the day I celebrate. That one's way outside. Well, they're kind of starting to drive up Yamamoto's pitch count, but not fast enough. Their only hope is going to be trying to get to the Dodgers bullpen here. Frelick, deep fly ball, but nowhere near the foul territory. Like, they didn't even bother panning on where it went. It was that foul. So 1-2 count. Will not be surprised if they strike out again. That one misses little outside there. So now we have a 22 count, but after the first pitch of the game of Churio hitting a home run, Milwaukee has not done a damn thing. Frelick, ground ball up the line. That's a single. All right. Can we string together a few more hits now? We have 1 run on 3 hits. To the Dodgers, 2 runs on 4 hits. Which, I guess we're doing better than we did last night, but not by much. This is going to hurt if they lose. That's an 0-1 count because Durbin doesn't know how to swing at strikes either. Chops that one foul. I'm surprised he swung at a strike for once. No, we're not kissing anybody. If Durbin hits the ball, you might see 40,000 people drop dead out of shock. And would you look at that? Durbin struck out. So once again, the Brewers leave a guy on. We're just letting somehow. Yes, I'm blushing so red. I could bet I could pass as the Wisconsin Badger jersey. I'm blushing so much. You couldn't tell me apart from a Badger jersey. Can the fucking Brewers hit the goddamn ball, please? It's like every time the Brewers get to the NLCS, they just forget how to play ball. I got to see them lose in 6 in 2011, lose in 7 in 2018. Really hoping they can, pull this one out. Getting swept or losing in 5 is not after this season's not going to be good. Because that would be the equivalent to the 2001 Mariners. The answer to your question is I would not go gay. I kind of don't believe in going gay. Does this answer your question? I physically don't believe in that. You do you, though, man. You do you. You do you, buddy. There's probably at least one person that can't believe I just casually grabbed something like that in the middle of a sports stream somewhere. Won't be surprised if the social media trolls come out for it. We're advertising straight bourbon. All right. Oh, this ad's weird. We're getting some really weird advertising. Okay, Milwaukee. Let's do something here. It'd be really nice to see them actually get past the championship series for once. And that's a hit by pitch. Paez just like got the instant he got hit was right, and the skipper was coming out. So we got the medical staff looking at Paez, and I'm sitting here watching my team lose again in the playoffs. Now he's walking out over the first, putting on his oven mitt. Imagine the whole team is female, then who the... What are we even doing in the comments section, guys? Yeah, Thomas, welcome to Brewers baseball in October, where when we get to the championship series every 7 years, we shit the fucking bed. That one's outside to Ohtani. Surprise, surprise. We're playing a team with like the Dodgers, and we have to shit the bed because, God forbid, Manfred's golden boy doesn't go to the World Series every year. Like, God forbid we have a World Series that doesn't involve Los Angeles. So it's a 1-1 count to Ohtani. He jams that one foul. We'll see what happens. Woodruff's just sitting there. This is the most I've seen them show a Brewers player all night. Because they're too busy glazing the... Surprise, surprise, Ohtani struck out, but they're going to glaze him anyways. Really hope the Brewers can start getting something going. That one's in for a strike against Betts. Oh my God, the cameraman's following Ohtani again. If Ohtani walks down to the bathroom in the clubhouse, are they going to follow him there too? Are they going to follow Ohtani in the bathroom to the team shitter if he has to go use the can mid-game? Like, holy shit. They're making baseball unwatchable because it's all about Ohtani. And apparently, if the whole team was female, Thomas is going to go kiss Bryce Duran. Okay. This is what we're talking about in the comment section. Can we stop showing Ohtani? He struck out. We get it. That one's popped up, and if we're playing in an elevator shaft, would have been a home run. So we'll see where this goes. Oh, yeah, the camera again with Shohei Ohtani. If we were saying take a shot every time they pan on Ohtani, we wouldn't get. We'd all be shit-faced drunk, which we're in Wisconsin, so we're used to it, but damn. Peralta's pitch blown away in the dirt. It's a full count. Good God. Yep. They're going to lose. Unless something changes, they're going to lose again. Every time I believe. Every time. Here comes the pitch. Betts fouls it off. He'll live to see another pitch. Really wouldn't mind a ground ball here. Apparently the comment section wants a most kissable Brewers poll. Sign Paige Sporonic for one day. Peralta's pitch. Grounder. Durbin. Get one. Turn the double play ball. There they go. They get out of it. Once again, the Dodgers also put up a goose egg. And really wouldn't mind if the Brewers could, score some more runs. It's 2-1, which I guess 1 run off 3 hits compared to 2 runs on 4 hits. It's not bad, but it's not great either as a fan. This just shows the Brewers are right there with LA. It's just there are times the Dodgers are getting some calls they shouldn't. But yeah, in all seriousness, if we played a drinking game where every time Shohei Ohtani was on the TV, we would have to take a shot. Do you really think Ohtani would make a cute girl? No. No, he wouldn't. I don't even think the Japanese would want him. I don't even think the Japanese would want him as a prostitute at that point. Wait, Rob Manfred might still want him, but that's because Manfred can't get any. He's trying to destroy America's most beautiful sport. Also, I will die on the hill that baseball is a better game than football and more enjoyable than the NFL. Baseball is America. Football is not. Football has been, like, if we look at it, football is becoming this big thing for all the rich celebrities, like the Taylor Swift people. Baseball's an everyday, bring your blue hard lunch pail lunch to work type of class people. Baseball's a working man's game. Football's a rich bitch game. Yeah, I'm still dumb enough to watch it. What in God's green earth are we advertising? Yes, Matthew, I would say baseball is more blue collar than football. Like, baseball is very much more blue collared than baseball. Wow. Baseball is very much more blue collared than football. Football used to be the blue collar sport, and baseball wasn't. Sophia Minnaert. If I had to pick between Taylor Swift or Sophia Minnaert, because Taylor Swift has been with Travis Kelce, and then ever since then, Travis Kelce's become dumber than a box of rocks, and his temper fuse has become even shorter to the point of where he is punching his own teammates on the sideline and laying hands on his and in front of the whole country on the Super Bowl, laying hands on his baseball is the least amount of Americans. Football is the cheapest sport for the player. You see, this is also the problem. Travel ball and AAU has ruined sports like baseball. Baseball is a beautiful and affordable game if you play town ball after high school, or when you're growing up, instead of playing travel ball, play rec ball for your local park and rec team like I did with Stoddard Genoa all those years ago. It is a 22 count here to Jake Bowers. And you don't see for baseball with some now the Brewers bullpen's quiet. And what you don't foul ball, and what you don't realize is for baseball, you don't need to buy a bat for yourself. You can use one of your teammates' bats where all you need is a glove and pants. Always wear pants. Don't be like the White Sox in the 80s and wear shorts. Well, it's a full count. Jake Bowers has worked Yamamoto full. What is Yamamoto grabbing his... Unless that's where he has his pitch com stuff? But why would Yamamoto be all of a sudden like looking like he's opening something, having to use his glove to try and hide it? What is he doing? And is he going to get away with it because his uniform says Dodgers? Here comes the pitch. Bowers, deep fly ball, way back, and the ballpark held it. And of course, the ballpark had to hold it. Of course. Can't have anything nice as a Brewer fan. If you want to debate me, I'll find a way to make it possible on the show, and we'll debate why baseball is more blue-collared than football. And Yamamoto's pitch is just a bit outside there. But I will gladly debate you on why baseball is more blue-collared than football has become. Now it looks like they're on the phones. They're probably getting ready to warm up somebody. They did have Ashby getting loose in the top half of the frame, but then they had him sit back down. Yamamoto's having a meeting with his catcher. And here comes the interpreter and the pitching coach, why are they bringing the interpreter with them when it's obvious he understands what his catcher's saying? And why is Dave Roberts standing on the field if he's not going to the mound as part of the meeting? Unless he's... I don't get why the skipper would do that. We're not going to open that can of worms, Matthew. Sports is a thing where we all come together. I'm not opening that can of... Oh, dear God, Joey Ortiz is on national TV. Oh, dear God, that is a jump scare for the state of Wisconsin. They gave us a close-up of Joey Ortiz. Oh, dear Lord. But yeah, I'm not going to open the can of worms, the whole that you brought up, in the comment section, Matthew. That's just, I'm going to say it happened. It's unfortunate, but sports is a place to unify us and bring us all together and ignore what's going on in the world. Yamamoto's 2-0 pitch. Low and away. It's ball 3. Wow. Dave Roberts has a nice stash of bubble gum behind him. I didn't know he needed a big 5-gallon bucket of bubble gum. That one's in for strike 1. I'll be nice to Ortiz when he actually proves his worth. If he can get a base hit, or if he can get on base here, I'll say it was worth it. So it's a 3-1 count. We'll see what happens here with Yamamoto and his delivery. Taking his pretty time. Inside for ball 4, so Ortiz, thank you. Thank you for getting on base for once. And we get a pancake advertisement showing the back of the third baseman coach's butt. What kind of marketing strategy was that? Come on, Churio. I would really love for you to get to do something here. Just get on base. We don't need the long ball's sexy, and while chicks dig the long ball, you can't win games without ducks on the pond. Here comes that 1-0 pitch to Yamamoto. Churio, fly ball, but unfortunately it was right to the left. It went right into left field. The outfielder didn't have to do anything. He hit the crap out of it. It's just all that left fielder had to do is go 1-2 there. So once again, the Brewers have a runner on first and 2 outs. Nothing has really broke in the Brewers' favor after the first pitch of the game. Here comes the pitch to Rang, swing and a miss again. It's 0-1. I did not have Terang only hitting 154 in the postseason on my bingo card of things that happened with this team. And that pitch is low and away. We'll see what happens here. Everyone here watching this, thank you. I very much appreciate this. I will be making a podcast about everything in the world of sports after this. Bryce Terang really likes the high stuff because he fouls off another one that was high. It's a 1-2 count. Fouled it right off the umpire's mask. Which I want to say stop swinging at the high cheese, but he went down looking to end it, so the steal attempt didn't mean anything. So once again, the Brewers leave a runner on and don't put up any runs. Classic Brewers. This is just classic Brewers. Classic freaking Brewers. They had that home run to start out the game and haven't done anything since. I don't know what else they're doing other than just playing like absolute shit. Not surprised by it, though. If the Brewers win tonight and take 3 games in LA. If the Brewers win tonight and then they win 3 games in LA, I'm not going to complain, but I'd rather see them punch their ticket to the World Series for the first time since 1982, in Milwaukee. Like, I won't complain because it means Milwaukee's in the World Series, but I really would like to have the Brewers win tonight so we can worry about. Let's not think about that trip to LA until after this game goes final. Like, I'm enjoying the ride. The fact that it has to be the Dodgers again is honestly annoying, but now that I think of it, while I was saying I liked my odds against the Dodgers, why is it I said that? I should have known that LA was going to be somehow. By the way, we're a different team in October again. We spent more money than you. So I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know how this is going to end. So yeah, there has been no scoring after the top of the second. Freddie Freeman hits a pop-up so high up that I think that thing went higher than Mount Everest. That ball had so much snow coming back down that I think it might have actually frozen Churrio's glove a bit. It's nice to see that Peralta settled in, but damn, man, they need this game. We'll see what happens here. Peralta's at 84 pitches, which he's made it further than I thought he would. That one's in for a strike. It would be really nice if the Brewers could, start getting some hits here because we kind of need it. That one's low away. It's ball one. It's a 1-1 count. Dodgers still leading 2-1 here in the top of the sixth. That one's a strike. Now Mookie Betts is looking like the bald iPad kid. Here comes that pitch from Peralta. It's low and away. It's now a 22 count. Hopefully the Brewers can get something going here because we kind of need it. That one's fouled away back into the net. We'll do it again. Looks like they got Uribe getting loose, which they're going to Abner sooner than I thought they would. The only downside is if the further we go, the less likely it is for the owner to actually spend money to try and build a better team. Ground ball, Durbin throws it to first in time. That'll be the second out, but as I was saying, odds are if the Brewers in the NLCS like this, let's say even if they lose, this just shows that Mark Antanasio can be like, I don't need to spend money because we're good. And not try and improve on what's already a pretty solid team. Here comes Muncy. Inside, and looks like it's a ball. That one missed. It didn't miss by much. Here comes that pitch, low and away. It's a 2-0 count now. Hopefully Peralta can get out of this damn inning. If he can give it a sit. Can the frickin' people stop showing Ohtani? He's not even playing right now. That's a 3-0 count. So now Peralta's deciding I'm going to forget how to throw strikes again. Here comes the pitch. That's a strike. We'll see what happens here. If Peralta can crawl his way out of this, or if Muncy will win the fight. This one fouled back into the... It's still playable and just now leaves. Barely scraping the fans there. It's a full count. We'll see who's going to win this fight. Is it going to be Peralta crawling his way out of this with the victory? Or is it going to be Max Muncy? Brewer fans are on their feet. Foul ball. We're going to do it again for one more. This is looking like it's probably going to be Peralta's last batter here. I really will not be upset if they win this game. If they lose it, there's a few cold beers. Here comes the pitch. Deep fly ball. Way back. Center field. Freely. It's gone. He couldn't do it this time. That's out of here. 3-1 Dodgers. Muncy hits another home run. That thing's out of here. That's a home run. Every time, man. Every time the team I root for is good. Here comes the frickin' poster child team that the frickin' league wants in the title every year. Please, why? Why, God? Why do I have to watch this every single... Why does it have to be the Dodgers again? Why does it have to always be the Dodgers? Am I going to have to wait another 7 years to see them go to the NLCS and lose to the fucking Dodgers again? Like, good God, why? Good God. Why? Why? Every year it's the same. Every time. Every time. I just want to see the Brewers go to the World Series, but no. Here's the stupid fucking Dodgers in their billion-dollar team with their goddamn army of Japanese implants. The Dodgers must have a good farm system of fully developed... Oh, wait. The entire league and rest of the planet is their farm system. The Dodgers don't need a minor leagues. They have the rest of the MLB for them. Well, unless the Brewers can get something going here, it's looking like it's been a nice run. That one's in for a strike as they bring Abner Uribe into the game. Here comes that pitch. That's a That's lined up right off Uribe. He throws it, and it's wide. It's wide. Vaughn throws it to second, and he's safe. How is he safe? Oh, no, no. Why? Why? How did he beat that? First, Uribe makes a really shitty throw. So, yeah, he's safe at first, but I want to see the play at second again. I want to see that play at second on if he's actually. So they're not going to show the replay at second. I just want to see how the hell he would have beat that throw at the second. Here comes the pitch from Uribe. That's in for a strike. Tommy Edman. And the umps are indicating timeout. Why? Why does this have to happen? That's in for a strike. We got Gasser warming up in the pen. Really hoping the Brewers can get some offense going here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Now, for the love of God, can the bats get going? I highly doubt it. But can we please let the bats wake the fuck up, please? This is gonna hurt more than usual. Yep. It's always it always has to be the Dodgers and the damn. Like, when's the last time the Dodgers didn't make the LCS? I think the only time we didn't see them in the LCS was whenever the Braves beat them. Or was that? Wait, no, I think the Braves beat them in the LCS. Spaghetti sauce over. Depends what I'm making. If that makes any sense at all, it depends what I'm making. Like, if I'm making chicken Alfredo, if I'm making like a chicken meal, then yeah, I want the Alfredo sauce for some chicken Alfredo. But if I'm making, or if I'm using any kind of burger meat, then it's gonna be spaghetti sauce all the way. Does it say Alfredo only works if you're having a chicken style product? Other words, you're just gonna want spaghetti sauce because it works better with a lot of it'll work better with any kind of burger product. Still sucks that every time every time I see the Brewers in the LCS, they always lose. Not answering the red sauce versus white sauce question because that can be misinterpreted in so many different ways. Contreras grounds out to the third baseman. Surprise, surprise, once again, they can't hit the broadside of a barn even if you threw them a frickin' volleyball right down the boulevard. Yamamoto. Here comes the pitch to Yelly. Watches one right down the middle. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Here comes the second pitch. Swing. I feel a breeze. Must be Christian Yelich swinging and missing at another pitch nowhere near the zone. That one's inside. Thank God he finally didn't swing at one outside of the zone. Here comes the pitch. Almost hit Yelich. Just move a little bit and let it hit you in the butt. You got more than enough padding down there. Right now, I'm actually getting more interest in texting with a girl than I am the damn baseball game. Yelich, my God. For the love of God, Yelich, I know it's a ground ball to the second baseman, but what is this? What happened to even on a ground ball? I'm hauling ass, hustling down that line, not doing the lollygagging in and out of the dugout trot. Holy shit, that was embarrassing. That one's low and away for ball one to Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn swings and misses. It's strike one. Yes, we get it. We get it, TNT. You love the fucking Dodgers. Can you stop showing us all these pro Dodger stats? Here comes the pitch from Yamamoto. It's a swing and a miss by Vaughn. That is a swing and a miss. So 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Fouls it back into the netting. We'll do this all over again. I am really starting to question if I want to finish out this game or not, but at the same time, I know I'm doing this all for you guys. Vaughn. Of course, let's go right to the damn defender. Why wouldn't the Dodgers have another thing go their way? Fuck it. Why wouldn't we just let everything break LA's favor again? Like, at this point, why? Why should the rest of the league even bother to show up? It's just everything's gonna go the Dodgers fucking way in October every year. Always does. I can't think of the last time in recent history that things didn't break in favor of ever since the Ohtani signing. When did things not break in the favor of the Dodgers? Let's let this sink in. Ever since the MLB gifted them Ohtani, when did things not break in the favor of Ohtani? It's like the Dodgers get everything they want, and it's because of Ohtani. It was literally known whichever team was going to get Ohtani was going to be force-fed into the World Series. Well, I would honestly say that the MLB should really kind of get investigated for some kind of scandal, because you don't go from the, well, yes, the Dodgers were good, but you don't go from what they were doing and how they were struggling to all of a sudden just flip a switch and you're the most dominant team in baseball. And I will say this, like, it's not suspicious at all that a professional player in the MLB who knows bases loaded, 2 outs on a ground ball, just picks it up and tosses it to your first baseman to go to the next inning. Yes, I know it's called buying players, and Anstanasi doesn't know how to do that, but call me crazy, but the Dodgers are why we need to fucking implement some kind of salary cap, not just a luxury tax. I mean, like, we need to say, and the players union, well, they're going to throw a tantrum about it. The way you're going to have to propose it to the players union is tell them, look at baseball and how unbalanced we are, and how many teams cannot keep their star players and field competitive teams anymore, compared to how many teams in the NFL and the NBA can field competitive teams because they know they can afford to go sign these other guys. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. So 1-1 count. We have Aaron Ashby and Robert Gasser warming up in the pen, which I'm starting to... Yeah, that's a strike, thankfully. But, wow. Can the Dodgers go to their sketchy bullpen, please? Here comes the pitch from Uribe. That's a deep fly ball. Way back. And it's off the wall. Frelick plays down the bounce. That's a standing double for Hernandez. Fuck, man. Well, fuck. I don't know which one would be worse. The purgatory of being a White Sox or Rockies fan, or having hope that your team can win the World Series every year just to have to see the Dodgers show up. So yeah, it's an 0-1 count to Andy Paez. Here, it looks like they're going to try and bunt. They do. The sacrifice bunt is successful, which means now another run is just 90 feet away. And once again, everything's falling apart for the Brewers. Just another day. It's just another average with Milwaukee Brewers self-detonation in the postseason. God forbid I see my team actually win a championship. God forbid. Hold on, boys. I might be gaining progress, which everyone in the chat, mark it on the calendar. I might be using, even as a Bears fan, might be using the Green Bay Packers to my advantage. The Green Bay Packers might be scoring this little Bears fan a date with a girl. So, is this where I say thank you to the Packers, even though I hate them as a Bear fan? Or just say I'm a Brewer fan, even though the team's not playing like they have all summer? So yeah, if there's anyone in the chats, um, is this where you recommend if I do that for the Packers, even though the Brewers are playing like shit? I wear my Brewers and 35ers stuff, Wisconsin Badgers, UWL, Loggers, DeSoto Pirates, or do I go full send and wear the Chicago Bears? And hope that it doesn't, and see if that doesn't scare her away. Though my Snapchat thing is a Bears thing, so I'm sure she already knows. So Ashby is in the game, which Jesus, take the wheel, boys. What's Ohtani is 1 for 23 in his last 6 games. That's grounded foul. It's a 2-1 count. Ohtani is 4 for 33 entering tonight with runners in scoring position in the postseason, which, again, he's not the unicorn they were saying he was. And I will also argue this, that when I had a debate for one of the warm-up debates in my class, which some of you probably heard earlier, Ohtani's lack of performance in the postseason is why I said Mike Trout was better than Ohtani. Because while Ohtani has the ring, it's because he was on teams. He was on. Look at that Dodgers roster last year. And he was carried by Freddie Freeman. Here comes the pitch. How did Ohtani even hit that ball? Durbin lets it go because it's way behind the thing there. So we do this all again. Ohtani. Oh, sweet Jesus. 4-1. This series is over. It's over. Boys, it was a fun run while it lasted. It was a fun run while it lasted. This was fun while it lasted, but once again, the Brewers are going to have to lose to the fucking Dodgers. Once again. Every year. It's 4-1 Dodgers. Unless we get some kind of drastic miracle, this thing's over. The season's over. They are not going to snag 2 games in LA. This season's going to be over. They are not winning 2 games out in Los Angeles against this fucking team. If it's fair, it's trouble. It's foul. If that's fair, that would have been trouble. Why? Why, man? Every year. I just want to see them win a World Series. And if they don't win it this year, they're never going to win one. If we lose this year, we ain't winning one next year. Or ever. Betts. Well, Churio got it, but it's only his second out here in the 7th. That's a swing and a miss. The worst part is, people say, it's the Dodgers have too much firepower. It's not that. It's just, in this game, it's just, the Brewers, after the Cubs series, just forgot how to hit. They forgot how to hit. Every year, they forget how to hit when they have to, when they're needed to most. That's a 1-2 count now, because God forbid Ashby actually does his job and throws a strike without giving up a hit or run or anything. Here comes the pitch. Freeman fouls that one off. They are going to need the miracle of all miracles from God to win this game. How did they become the best team in baseball? Great. Well, Ohtani, they're almost should go down as a pass ball, so the MLB scored as a stolen base, so they can try and pad his stats as much as possible. And all of America is going to start rooting for the fucking Mariners because we're sick and tired of the Dodgers. So they're asking too much to have a year without the Dodgers and Ohtani. So while they do eventually get out of the inning, the damage once again has been done again. Because the Brewers don't know how to hit a baseball. Until they can hit a baseball. So yeah, this game, it's gonna be it's over. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's over. I'm never gonna see my team win a World Series. So yeah, this game has gone to. I honestly wouldn't mind if the technical difficulties were to happen now, so I could just do something else. Which, hold on. The hell am I hearing? Okay, so that was weird. I can. If you get quiet enough, you can hear your. I can hear the TV on the other side of the wall for the other apartment there, which is kind of funny. Which sounds like it's more interesting than this Brewers game. So it's 4-1 in the bottom of the seventh. I have been in situations like this. Obviously, the 35 get through. I thought we banned the shift. I thought the MLB banned the shift because Mookie Betts was literally right behind second base. Normal fucking baseball, that's a base hit. That is a base hit. In literally every. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to end the stream here before I do something I shouldn't say on the internet because a base hit up the middle, off the pitching mound, that should have been a base hit. The only way that's not a hit is when you were playing the shift before, when it was so bad that baseball physically had to do something about it, make a rule about the shift. So are we going to throw the rules out the window again? It got hit right up the middle, and the defender's right standing in his defensive position behind second base. This isn't baseball. Los Angeles, that's not baseball. Baseball is behind a hit up the middle, off the mound, behind second base. Should be a base hit. This isn't baseball. I'm ending this here because this isn't baseball anymore. This isn't fucking baseball.